It blows you away. Like you can't, there aren't words for it to understand everything that happened.
A Louisiana wildlife and fisheries agent was in the right place at the right time to save the life of a little girl. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for watching. I'm Katie Moore.
And I'm Sharice Gibson. Saturday evening, the girl ended up in the Gulf of Grand Isle when the boat she was in capsized in choppy seas.
Paul Murphy spoke with the agent, who called the rescue incredibly lucky and humbling.
Families were catching net loads of shrimp on Grand Isle this weekend. Saturday evening, Wildlife and Fisheries Sergeant Sgt Rhodes was on the beach checking for violations when he saw a troubling sight just offshore.
A guy who was right there next to me, 10, 15 feet away, turned around and yelled at me. He's like, "Hey man, that boat just flipped."
The boat capsized just past the rock jetties about 3 football fields from Grand Isle Beach. 9 people on the 16-foot vessel ended up in the Gulf of Mexico when the boat caught a wave and flipped over.
I could see the boat overturned, with people starting to climb up onto the hull of the boat.
Rhodes, with the help of Good Samaritans, quickly launched his boat and rushed to save the family. In this video, you can see his rescue boat, with blue lights flashing, approach the vessel.
Straight away, they were like, our sister's in the water. Our sister's in the water. You need to help us.
The wildlife agent loaded the people clinging to the hull onto his boat, then jumped in the water to look for the 7-year-old girl.
One of the brothers to this little girl said she had her life jacket on. And instantly I knew that the only place for this little girl to be would be under the vessel. She had to be trapped under the vessel.
He used his legs to locate her under the boat.
Took a couple deep breaths, dove underneath the boat, felt where I thought I had felt her, with my hand, and grabbed a hold of her shirt and I think part of her PFD, and pulled her out with me.
The two surfaced.
When I pulled her out with me, and she broke water, I could see she was gone.
Rhodes got the girl onto his boat and immediately started CPR.
When I gave her the second round of breaths, I saw the blank stare correct itself. Like I saw her eye come back into focus. And I thought, oh my God, I've got pulse.
He rushed the little girl to Bridgeside Marina, where there was an ambulance waiting to take her to the hospital. Robert Vegas witnessed the rescue.
Jumped out with the little girl in his arms, and I'm just giving me the chills just talking about it. And he looked like he would be on a movie like Superman, or some superhero,
Rhodes doesn't consider himself a hero, just incredibly lucky to be able to save the child and her family.
We all want this moment. It's why we do this job, and it's humbling. To me, it's the equivalent of like winning the lottery.
The family is from the Baton Rouge area. The little girl is now home doing well, thanks to Sgt Rhodes and the Good Samaritans that came to her rescue. Paul Murphy, Eyewitness News.
Colonel Chad Hebert, who heads the Wildlife and Fisheries Enforcement Division, released a statement today saying, quote, "We are extremely proud of the actions of Sgt Rhodes. He did an exceptional job of using good judgment and his training to help save the life of this young girl and the other occupants in the capsized vessel." Hebert would also like to thank all the Good Samaritans who assisted in this successful rescue.